Hey, it's Allie with Allie Oops Boutique and Allie's Aesthetic, and this video is all about how I made these tall flowers out of crepe paper. So basically these flowers are 4, 3, and 2 feet tall, and I used them in our display window for this spring. I've had a lot of people ask how I actually made these, so I decided to put together this video and share it all with you. Okay, so we're about to start making the bases for the flowers. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need these plastic bins. They're actually drain bins, I think, from Home Depot, but I will put a link in the description for all of your supplies you need. You need all-crete. You can also use cement all, and you need a couple of sizes of, what's this called? PVC. And I think you're going to need, is this a 1/2 inch? You can see I'm not doing this on my own. This is a 1/2 inch, and then this is 1 inch. So you're going to need a 1/2 inch, and you're going to need a 1 inch, and you're going to need a handy electrician who can bend pipe, or you can purchase a bendable pipe that I will link in the description of this video. First, we have to measure the short pipes that we're going to be setting in the concrete. What's this tool called?
PVC cutter.
I might have mentioned it. For your supplies, you would need a PVC cutter, but you can also just use a saw to cut this pipe. Okay, I think I'm going to try one now. Okay, now we have all 8 pieces that we're going to put in the cement in this container. Now we were careful to measure so that we didn't want this pipe too much higher than the edge of our container. So each pipe that we used was 4 inches because of the height of our container. This stuff is heavy.
Concrete.
Yeah, this is not what I expected at all. I expected it like a powder consistency. So this is our first issue. This is what the concrete looked like, or cement, when it came out of the bag. It was actually almost in one large clump, and then we broke this up. So we're not quite sure that this is how this is supposed to look, but we don't think so. So we're going to do a little investigating, and we might have to make a trip back to Home Depot to get some more. I won't get your face. I'm just going to get you putting it in the buggy. So we got a new bag of cement all. And this was actually the way this is supposed to look. It's supposed to be powdery, and then obviously you add water to create your cement. This is what it's supposed to look like sand. I knew that other stuff was something was wrong. Now I have Quikrete all over my camera stand. So you're going to add water according to the instructions on the package, and then mix your Simmental, Quikrete, whatever you've got. Mix it up to where it's like a, I guess, kind of a muddy consistency, not too runny, not too thick. And we're using basically a hoe and a wheelbarrow to mix this all up in. So then you just shovel your Simmental into the containers that you have to set your base pipe in. This is the pipe that the flour will actually go into. Now this sets up pretty quick, so you want to move pretty fast. I think we might have waited a little too long. Okay, so quick note. We decided we needed to cover one end with duct tape so that the concrete won't come up into the hole, because that's where your actual flower stem will go. So far so good. It looks like no concrete, so duct tape for the win. So duct tape one end of your little PVC pipe that you cut. Now for some reason I did not film the part where my husband bent this pipe, but basically he took the pipe and a blowtorch, heated the pipe up, and bent it into the shape that we needed for the flower. Okay, so for the big flowers that are going to stand on the stands, what you need to do is the back of it, the plate, you want to glue 1.5 styrofoam spheres or ball. So I bought them that way. They were already made. They came in a pack of 4 from Hobby Lobby. And I'll try to link a similar item in the description. But these are the ones that we already cut a hole in that fits into the 1/2-inch PVC pipe. And I'm going to glue this directly to the back of the flower so that the flower can sit down in the stem. So here we go. Oh, and this is the center. I held off on putting the center so I could apply pressure when I glue this one on. So I'm just going to do smack dab in the middle and push down really hard. And there you go. Now it will sit down in on the stem so it can be a standing flower. Okay, so now I'm going to insert the pipe into the hole that was cut for the flower so I can get an idea of how far I want to start, how far down. There we go. It's in there now. See, look how pretty. Is that gorgeous? All right, so I'm going to put a little mark here because I don't want to wrap above this mark. So I'm going to put a little mark right there. All right. Now I did go ahead and cut about 3 little leaf shapes. I'm going to attach them here. So they'll kind of cup around this base of the flower and make it look, you know, a little more realistic. All right, so I'm going to start my gluing below this line. So I'm going to put this here. And then you want to put one on this side. And then I'm just, for variation of color, I'm going to put one right there in the middle. There's another line. All right, and I'll show you what that looks like. So it's going to kind of cup around the flower. If you want to put more, you can, to cover up more of that base, which might look really pretty. I might go and do that. And let's just add a couple more. All right, so right here is where I'll start wrapping the stem all the way down. So the first wrap, I'm going to put glue all the way around on the pipe. Start it right there. And wrap it very tight. And now all the rest of the way down, I'm just going to glue on one side. Put a little bit of glue so far, and then I'll just twist it all the way down, kind of at a diagonal, and I'm pulling it very tight. Okay, now I glued it on this side. I'm going to change sides and glue it on the opposite side this time. So I'm just going to twist it. Ready? So you really want this piece to make it. Oh, it's going to make it. It'll be fine. All right. Now I'm going to put a bead of glue or a row of glue right here. And I'm pulling very tight. Okay, now this last area, I'm going to go all the way around the tube so it gets on there really, really good. Because you don't want this coming loose. Alright, let's cut that off. Just glue it down. All right, so there it is. It's all wrapped and ready to go. And we put our flower on there. Okay, so you just kind of cup your little leaves. Be sure that you get all your little glue, spider webs off of your projects because it makes it look so much better. All right, so see there? You have that. You have this beautiful little, you might have to tack a little glue there or cut these little leaves a little shorter so that they'll pop up. But there it is. There's the big old flower. Easy peasy. Probably the easiest part of this project. So basically all there is left to do is to insert that flower stem into the base stems in the bins that we made. So right here I show you where you take the end of that flower and then you put it into the pipe that's in the base. And then I added some moss. I bought this moss off Amazon. It was a couple different colors like Spanish moss and green moss, and that hides that stand, so it looks really good. So the overall cost of this entire window is $589. That is so much less than what it would have cost had I bought even one of these tall flowers online. They sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I made them myself, and if you want to watch the video on how I actually made the crepe paper flower, I will post a link in the description, but here's one here. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel if you like this video.